She is physically done dealing with narcissists.
Or I can stay here, get strung out on fucking drugs and die.
What are you saying? He's a drug addict? Randy's a drug dealer?
Because I made my choice 5 years ago when I got clean and left out this motherfucker.
What's up, Miss Blaze? I thought you were leaving last night. Last night you were packing all your stuff. Oh, it's just moving to the
sure
shed.
Did. I ran for the fucking hills. The first thing I did was leave when I got clean.
But you came back.
I don't know what to do. I don't know about sleeping bags. I don't fucking start talk, please. I'm just ignoring that. I can't today. I don't know what people want from me. I have to act every day like life's all hunky fucking dory. Dory's Dory. And like, I honestly am at my wit's end. I've had the sheriff's department. I've had the people of this town. I've had every agency. Every sheriff agency in this town has tried to push me back into this situation. They don't want me in the streets because I'm fucking homeless. But, you know, when I was a child and I begged them to save me after a suicide attempt, I sure was. They drove me back here. There's a record of that down at the hospital. I told them, I said, I'm being sexually abused. I don't want to be here. I want to stand on my own 2 feet. I'm trying to get an education. I remember that. I was a child, teenager. And the damn cop said, you'll be better off over here, and drove me back here after they treated me at the hospital.
Grifting.
You know, they have facilitated this shit for decades. And somehow I've done got
wrapped up call the grift police. We're grifting.
And clearly, judging by the fact that I keep getting locked up for crimes I did not commit, it's not a far stretch to imagine
just about,
that
Miss
some people
Blaze,
around here want me to shut the fuck up about the sex trafficking that happened in this county for decades. You know, it's starving me out by getting me banned from the grocery store or Walmart or the fucking bank, homie. If that wasn't enough,
homie,
it should have been, because let me just tell you, those were the only 2 places in this town I could buy food. There's nowhere else for me to buy food, which also puts me in a situation to have to come here and depend on the person that put me in this situation to start with. Crazy. It's crazy how you can view somebody as family and they view you as something completely separate. Codependency.
Oh, you missed it today, Phoenix. We just covered her a little bit, and Brandy was over there letting her whole chat dog Tierra. Yep. But if we do it, we're wrong, and we're just bullying people. But she let her whole chat dog Tierra and didn't say a word to him. Oh, that's probably because they give you money, though, right? I hate channels that don't take stances. I hate a fence rider. You're just a grifter if you do. If you can't take a stance on something and set ground rules and say, hey, this is how I stand, and I'm not bending for it. This is just the way I feel. Then I ain't got nothing to do with it, man. I don't want nothing to do with it. I would rather know I'm going to, like if I'm watching politics, I want to know if I'm going to a channel that's a lefty channel, a righty channel, conservative, full-blown, far left as you can get. I would like to know, right? What's up, James? I would like to know where you stand. I don't want to go to somebody's channel that's just going, well, they might be right on that aspect, and they could be right on this aspect, and they might be right on that one, but no, not this one. I can't stand it, bro. I can't. Stand for something, or you'll settle for anything.
Debt bondage. Debt bondage specifically is a form of sex trafficking. So for those that don't understand, that's exactly the type of situation that I've been in for over 2 decades. So what'll happen is a trafficker will come into your life. They'll offer to get you something, a car.
Yeah, but a lot of places don't go off
something
credit.
like that you probably.
A lot of places, when you rent, they don't really use your credit score. They'll go off of if you've been evicted or not. If you've been evicted, then you probably won't get another place for a couple years, at least. An eviction stays on how long? I'm not sure. I've never been evicted.
Need, but more often than not, it has a dual purpose. There's like they're trying to rope you in. There's always a catch so that they can hold on to you, so that they have access to you, so that they can see you later. More often than not,
a sex trafficker has to have access enough to just see you later. That's a sex trafficker? Yeah, you people on YouTube, some of these creators, they'll just use words because they think they sound like Jerry Lewis.
It starts out as a car in these situations.
7 years for an eviction, damn.
And so the car will never be in the victim's name. It'll always be in the perpetrator's name.
Probably because you didn't have insurance or you didn't have fucking, like, come on, bro.
Sex trafficker, the pimp, the boyfriend. This type of debt bondage can happen in many forms. My specific type, though, is sex trafficking.
So if you wasn't fucking, then you had to get out.
So the victim.
Think about it. Think about it real good.
Of course, take this person, this adult who's usually 2 to 3 to 4 times older than the victim.
4 times older? That's unheard of. 4 times older than someone. So someone 20 is dating someone 80 all the time, usually? Shut up, Brooke.
Statistically speaking, we're talking like in
most people don't even double. Most people, it's unheard of for people to even double their age today. It's unheard of, bro. So if I'm 25, I'm dating somebody 50 and it's all normal. Shut up, Brooke. Shut the fuck up. There's nothing wrong with it legally wise, but dude, I wouldn't even look at a 25-year-old. I mean, I might look, don't get me wrong, but like to date, man, you would have to have your shit together. At 25, you would have to be such an adult, it would amaze me for me to date you. I need somebody that can please me on an adult level, knows how to please me, knows how to keep me pleased. No, don't argue and fight about every little fucking thing. And I'm sorry, that's what you're just going to get out of a 25-year-old is a lot of fighting.
Was a juvenile and this man was almost 60.
I need you to be at least 30.
They will come in, they'll act like family, they'll get close to the victim, they'll offer to do something to the victim, and then they hold whatever they gave the victim over the victim's head as collateral for sex.
Guess what? That's just fucking life, stupid. People do that. People are mean. That's just what the world is, Heather. Get over it. People are just not nice anymore. And if you do something for somebody, people will hold it over your head if they're that way. Sorry.
Or force that person into a sexual relationship. And this is when the drugs start. Yeah, let me tell you. Is it just so happens heroin makes you disassociate really good.
Oh, are you on heroin? Thank you, Lucky. She said for early donation for Sunday service. I appreciate you, baby doll. I got to work tomorrow, but I think I'm off at 3. So I'll definitely be live for sure. I appreciate you, Lucky. I can't stop calling you Lucky. I'm sorry. My apologies, but it just won't break.
Really good.
Stuck to me, man.
So many victims get strung out on drugs to distance themselves from what is happening to them, but also to disassociate from the life that they are having to live to fucking survive. I am not a whore. I'm a monogamous woman. I don't give a crap what society tried to turn me into, tried to do. I don't give a fuck. I know who I am. And I'm not letting society tell me who the fuck I am. It's crazy to me how the victim is constantly blamed and pushed back into these types of situations. I finally had that truck in my name. Couldn't nobody take that shit from me but the repo man, because YouTube don't pay. How can I make a $700 truck payment with $400? Oh, thank you for the hearts, Kristen. How can I make it? It's impossible. It's impossible. You know, the fact is that these type of sexual predators, and it's sexual narcissism. He is a narcissist, 100%. There is no debate about that. Every single marker that you can fucking have. And this is what I was talking about earlier. Like, a lot of people think they've met a narcissist. No, you haven't. People think, oh, my boyfriend cheated on me. Oh, my girlfriend was texting some other guy. Oh, my girlfriend's in love with herself more than she listens to my needs. Oh, you know, my boyfriend, I don't know. That's what main society tries to classify as narcissism.
It is infuriating because this guy's probably innocent as fuck, y'all. This guy's probably innocent as shit. I'm gonna be honest. She probably slept with him in order to get what she's getting from him. And now she's saying, oh, he's doing this to me. Oh, he's doing that to me. She's a fucking narcissist, bro. I guarantee it. And that type of person right there is a predator. Because what they'll do is they'll lay the pussy on you and then keep you in a loop of constant victiming you, saying that you've done all this stuff. See, that's abuse too. When you constantly go around telling the world that this man's an abuser when he knows he hasn't abused you, then that's abuse.
Nowadays, people will be disgruntled because their partner doesn't behave the way that they want them to behave. See? And so they say, oh, it's narcissism.
See? I knew it. I knew it.
And I do think that narcissism is spreading like wildfire. Don't get me wrong. I do think that is a learned behavior.
He must not be home. He must not be home right now.
I think that you can teach your offspring to behave. I think
it happens like that. It does happen like that, right? I mean, a lot of people will do things to get you involved with them, and then they'll spread bad information on you, and then you're caught in a loop of trying to make it look right and make it seem like you're not that person, and that person's constantly doing it to you. That's abuse as well. That's very much worse than somebody lying on you.
Whether or not they come out narcissistic. Okay? So this is a whole nother level of narcissism.
I think these people that stream 24/7, when they wake up in the morning, they have to turn the fucking phone on first thing in the morning after they're ready. They can't wait until they get when they're ready to go to bed. They'll fucking turn the phone off right when they're ready to go to bed. Or some will even sleep with the phone on while they're sleeping. That creates a level of mental abuse or mental illness. I'm sure it does. It makes you not even functionable in real society. Because real society is the complete opposite from what it is on the internet. It is. Nobody in real society gives a fuck about the internet.
Of sexual predator.
Nobody
who truly believes in their head that, well, here, I don't know if I can say this on YouTube. Let's see. He once told me that his favorite escort to screw, she was his favorite because she liked to hit the crack pipe when he was hitting it from behind. That was his favorite escort.
That's not an escort, honey. That's not an escort. And that just sounds like a stupid fucking story. Sounds like you like to hit the crack pipe while getting fucked from behind, Brooke.
Does that give you insight?
Projection much?
And let me just be clear for the people in the back that don't understand this. She was
Yeah,
hitting
the
a crack
celebrities
pipe
do it a lot.
disassociate from the abuse that her body was going through. I'm literally shaking right now. I can barely breathe.
I don't
I'm
see you shaking.
Literally, like, what do they call that? Stemming? Like where you're like,
I don't think you're shaking. I don't see you shaking
welcome to the symptoms
at
of
all.
PTSD.
I don't
This
see you
is on
shaking.
another level.
Why are you there today then? Why are you decorating the shed then? Why are you still there? Why do you have your little wire fucking rack in your shed now? Why? If you're so fucking caught in a fucking sex trafficking ring and you can leave, why aren't you leaving? Because you're lying.
To position yourself in someone's life who is down on their luck, to play off of their hurt and their pain and their poverty, and then to make millions off of women
Millions?
at their lowest, and then
Ain't
to walk
nobody ever made
around
$1 million off
as
of
all of
ball,
these
bro.
women lay in the grave or in a state mental ward or in a rehab, if they're lucky. Most of them are dead.
She must have been a
To
prostitute.
walk around while these women lay in the grave acting like
That's a beautiful
this
bedpost
was a
you
good
have there, Brooke.
thing.
Beautiful
It's so
bedpost.
insane. It makes me sick. And I have tried to reason in my mind and talk to this
Yeah,
person.
I have my TV on every night when I sleep. Yeah, same here, AP. My TV stays on. Unless I go to work. When I go to work, I shut everything off. But once I get home, TV's on, and it's on until I wake up. Straight up. I have to sleep with TV. I'm the same way.
The fact is this person imploded their entire marriage, their entire family over their own sexual perversion.
What?
Their children, their ex-wife are wholeheartedly aware of this perversion. They put their sexual gratification above family needs and wants. And
I doubt that.
this is on a whole nother level, y'all.
I highly doubt it, or you would leave.
So essentially,
but you're not.
There's 2 houses on the property, as I've explained in videos when I left here 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago. There's 2 houses, and down there, his ex-wife lives down there. And up here, he lives up here. Well, they have a weird relationship. She absolutely hates my guts, which is insane to me.
Well, you're living with her
I was a child. I don't give a fuck if I was 20.
Yeah, you're fucking Randy.
Your husband was 50-something years old.
You're fucking Randy.
56. You're a nurse with children.
You were fucking this man. Yep.
And you watch your husband let women come and go carry. He was carrying women to and from this fucking property.
Yeah,
with the intention of screwing them, getting them high on drugs.
With the intention. What's that mean? With the intention. What does with the intention mean to you guys? That it didn't happen. He was trying to make it happen.
So they can accept what's happening, of course, you know. And it's a party. You watch this from your porch. You watch this from your porch.
They're divorced,
and you hate those
dumb
women
bitch.
Instead of having a real discussion with the predator that you married. That's how they do things in this small town. They blame the victim over and over and over.
It didn't even make sense, bro.
Instead of being a rational, reasonable woman, you are a nurse, right? You're supposed to have high levels of compassion and empathy.
That doesn't mean that.
Instead of being a reasonable woman and trying.
See, this is the dumb bitch that's making up shit in her own head. Straight up. She's just making this shit up.
To somehow be of
somebody who attempted to be a stripper to further that perversion and make money. Sit down. Yeah.
You a cold heart.
Yeah, a bunch of bitches in wheelchairs.
I'm about to vent right now. I'm about to say some shit I've been waiting to say for over 20-something years. This old
literally crawling, bro.
Ass leftist liberal self-hating bitch that lives down this road has hated on me for 20-something years.
Why would she hate on you if you were the one being trafficked?
I was a teenager.
See
when
there?
I was homeless, like literally with no one.
She's telling us.
You saw your husband help me, and you didn't say shit. And not only did he help me, but he helped so many other women that you sat on your porch and watched. You knew he had an.
Maybe he wanted to fuck you. So what?
Escort service. You knew what he was facilitating, what he was perpetrating.
He had an escort service
one of
now.
The things that led to you guys getting a divorce, other than your spending habit and your hoarding problem.
God, you're an evil person. Just talking about another woman for no reason.
Let me tell you something, women.
No reason at all. She's just dogging this woman.
Get the memo down the road, so I would just want to clear this up so we don't never have to have this discussion again. If your man ever brings home a bunch of stray dogs that have, and I'm listen, you know where I am, but your marriage, this is your marriage, so those would be strays.
No, it's an ex.
I'm not saying that because of their circumstances. I'm saying that because that's your marriage.
No, they're divorced. You said that.
If your husband ever starts bringing home stray dogs, fleas, whatever, that's a hard stop. As a woman, we support other women. We don't turn a blind eye so we can have a house to stay in because it's easy because we don't want to pay rent and we don't want to be a big girl and we want to live off other people.
Man, she just dogging some other woman for no reason, bro. This woman didn't do nothing to her.
Because I'm not willing to turn a blind eye to the evils, the inconsistencies.
She's the stray dog. Yeah.
Sex trafficking. Is this why I can't make it? Is this why I'm not married? Because I won't allow my husband to open an escort service and harm women through sex trafficking.
Oh, boy.
I mean, make it make sense. Sometimes I wonder.
Yeah, you're just dating some dude that found you in the fucking bar. That's all Randy is.
Continuously harm a child.
You weren't a child. Shut up. You just said you were 20.
How dare you?
You're a fucking liar.
Just as bad as he is. You're like the Lane Maxwell to the Epstein, baby.
Yeah, right.
You should be proud of yourself, bitch.
You're fucking bipolar.
Like, damn. Honestly, that gives you more like.
Damn. But I put my bed in the shed today.
Notoriety.
Yeah, I live in a shed.
Most people in this town have never done shit but try to harm a homeless girl that doesn't do anything to anybody but try to escape a bad situation that this town actually put her in.
Oh.
Yeah, riddle me this, Batman.
I ain't seen one tear. Not one tear. Just bipolar, manic, fucking freak out session.
The operation down in the 80s or the 90s. He would have never met me. If he would have went to jail, he would have never met me.
Duh. I thought he was an uncle. Hold on. I thought he was your uncle. So he's not your uncle. She just said it right there. It's not her uncle.
But no, his ex-wife.
Not her uncle.
Is family with the sheriff's department here. And the plot thickens. I just found this out. Do you know it's so crazy? Because how long have I been saying that I felt like there was something going on there? I felt like, how does in a small town of less than, right at 2,000 people, and back then it would have been less than 2,000 people, how does a town that small,
population of Madison, North Carolina,
not know that there are at any given time between 10 to 30 women
people
prostituting all over the place? How do they not know in a town that little? It never made sense to me. It's because they did know. They absolutely did know. And that's why 20 years, 30 years, I don't even know, after this situation started, when I tried to commit suicide in this house back in 2008 or 2009, that's why when they took me to the hospital and I told doctors and nurses what was happening to me, that's why they weren't shocked.
God, they didn't arrest him
because they already fucking knew. You know,
they didn't arrest him either, did they?
Because his ex-wife works at the hospital. Danbury, it's tiny. Look it up. Right outside of Hanging Rock State Park, Stokes County. Tiny hospital. Just a few nurses and maybe one doctor.
Come here.
So I try to commit suicide.
Come here,
They
baby.
rush me to the hospital, and they take me to the hospital where his wife at the time maybe worked. I don't know. I don't know when they got a divorce. I've never even had a conversation with this woman. I just know that she has impacted my life. Her actions have impacted my life. She has took food off my table. She's had a big.
Talk to him, kitty. Talk to him. Say hi, guys. I see you. Where you going? Go up here, get on the dresser.
Me evicted off my own property.
She
She had
on the
money
dresser
stolen
like
from
a
me.
big fat
I don't
cat.
even want to get, it's like there's always been this evil wench behind the scenes trying to harm me. It's crazy. I mean, so
I know. I'm a man and I'm single, and she's not even attractive to me.
Hospital, and I told the hospital
Not even
staff, I was
attractive,
like,
bro.
listen, I was homeless. I've been living with him.
Kitty,
This
they
is not a
love
good
you.
situation. Like my family raised me better than this. I don't know what to do.
They love you, kitty.
I'm being sexually abused. I literally
Just
want to
chilling.
die. At that point, I don't know if I was on drugs yet or not. I can't recall. That's why I would really like to look into these hospital records, which, by the way, might disappear because I've been talking too much.
Oh, she's going to disappear. All her records are going to
Shit has a
disappear
tendency to
now.
disappear around here. Okay, that's all I'm saying. So, anyways,
I'm dead. I'm
she
over it.
worked there and she was working behind the scenes. And you know what they did? They put me in the car and they drove me back here. Yeah, they drove me back here.
That sounds like a fucking Brandy story, bigger than shit. Yeah. I told them I was being sex trafficked, and they brought me right back to the harem. They did. They took me right back to my pimp. Yeah. The hospital drove me right back here. Since when does the hospital or the cops drive people back home? Since when? She's just lying.
So,
Just
and
fucking
how long ago was
lying,
that?
bro.
Well, in November, it'll be exactly 20-something years. I mean, it's crazy. 22.
And you're back there again. What's your excuse?
Like, I'm not 40 yet.
What's your excuse for being there right now? You don't have one. You don't. Because I would rather be homeless before I let you fuck my asshole every night as a sex slave. Yeah. I would rather be homeless before any of that. I think anybody would. I think anybody would not be scared of a little bit of rain on their head if they weren't getting their asshole reamed.
Just to be clear, 37.
She does look like a ran down bar whore.
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
You'll be 38 in December.
And I'm triggered by being
Or
here. I'm feeling better
37
now
in
that I'm like,
December.
I can get this off my chest. It's crazy to me.
Damn,
how
I'm
you would-
10 years
So that's
older
the
than
thing.
her.
I guess they like got married, and then
I'm
his
a
addiction to porn,
decade.
sex, prostitution,
Dude, I'm a whole decade older than her, bro.
all of these horrible things. It spiraled and they separated, and then she lives in that house down there, and he's never requested for her to pay any bills or anything like that. And so I guess she's probably always seen me as a threat, even though I viewed him as family. Still do, like I said yesterday, which I've got to get out of my head. I've got, I need to go
family, y'all. She just said it right there. I'm so sick of hearing the Uncle Randy thing. She's telling y'all that she looks at him as family, but she's also going behind the scenes and fucking him or stripping for him or something.
Absolutely not. That is not my family. That has never been my fucking family, and I need to get that out of my fucking head. Codependency.
There's 5 different Randys.
So strong with this one. You hear me? It's not my family. People that love you will not hurt you. People that love you will not throw you out on the streets because you won't suck their dick. I'm sorry to be vulgar, but I need to be clear.
Told y'all.
People that love you will inspire you
She's
to be
just
the best
being your
version
sugar
of your
mama.
fucking self. You know what that motherfucker
He's just your sugar daddy.
Inspired me to do anything. Nothing. If I even speak of education, he'll have behavioral problems for 3 goddamn weeks. I'll be dealing with narcissistic personality disorder every hour on the hour for 3 weeks.
God damn, she's nuts.
I even mentioned going back to school. And I've had to drop out 3 times because of his actions.
That doesn't sound like a fucking family, dude. You're just being a fucking... He's just your sugar daddy. That's all he is. That's all he is. He's just a sugar daddy, bro.
Directly. If you take my fucking car, whose fault is it if I can't get to school?
It's not your car,
And you know,
obviously.
the fucked up part is along the way, I was making those car payments always. So here I am paying on a car and having somebody come take my car because I won't comply with their fucking demands. And I'm looking at them like family and they looking at me like a goddamn snack.
Damn,
You know,
Angel, I appreciate you, bro. Who got the membership? Salute to Angel Crispin for gifting a membership. He's in the gifting. Hope got it. Well, I'll be damn, Hope. Yeah, catch a bus. Uber. Something, right? I mean, I know the town's small, don't get me wrong. It probably doesn't have a transportation system. But why do you that's why you don't leave your life in people's hands like that, bro. That's why you shouldn't like build everything yourself. And if you live with someone else, do it a way that they don't even know you're doing it. You ever thought about like building your life up? And you don't have to tell the world you're building your life up. You really truly don't. You could just be building your life up. But you're a piece of shit. You don't care.
Literally, you know, maybe I wasn't clear enough last year or when I first started this channel and I was going through my major CPT. I was actually diagnosed with CPT.
Appreciate you, Angel. Appreciate you, man.
That caused my
Making
major,
Hope
my
a member again.
complex post-traumatic stress disorder.
Right now, 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 right now.
Look at this. Listen how many disorders.
Started this channel when I was going through my major CPT. I was actually diagnosed with CPTSD in 2023. The event that caused my major, my complex post-traumatic stress disorder was
it's just a complex. It's just a complex.
The event of being kicked out of this house, which I gave him money for. Don't get me started. We're going to have a lot of full circle moments. It might take 20, 30 years, but just hold on. That caused my CPTSD because I'd already been so victimized, you know, having to play these mental gymnastics, these mental hoops, jump through his hoops, play his games, understand his feelings when he doesn't even give a fuck about mine, respect his time when he doesn't give a fuck about mine.
See there? Understand his feelings. She's fucking this dude, bro. She's doing something for him. It's more than just fucking friends or like family. She fucking that dude, bro. It ain't no Uncle Randy. Shut up.
This is what narcissists do. They literally drain the fucking victim to the victim doesn't even want to survive anymore.
You just got with a man that's old as fuck and wants to tell you what to do. That's all it is. Either deal in or move the fuck out.
Thrive on it. That's what a narcissist is. Narcissists thrive on
pain. With a controlling
when they're disgruntled, they want to hurt you, and they actually get pleasure out of it. And
she let it all out right there, bro.
It impacted my psyche so much.
I was wondering.
That and the drugs that I have.
I swear I was wondering. You know, I hear so much different stuff about Brooke. So I have to take a lot of it with a grain of salt and just listen. And then I got to weed out things. And another day, the person came into the comment section and said, has anyone ever thought that isn't even her family? And I thought to myself, you know, you're right. And now she tells everyone. They're not family. They're just fucking.
Had to deal with all of this shit. I wanted to die.
And you like it, Brooke, obviously.
There were days that I was trying to die. And I would get mad if I'd wake up and not be dead.
How were you trying to die? What steps were you taking to die? Just days you woke up and you wanted to die? Well, that ain't going to do it.
After impact to psyche, after impact. Let's say it started when I was 18, okay? Then another event at 22. Then another event at 27. Then another event at 30. And then another event at 32. And then, hello, Brooke hits YouTube. She's living out of a car. She just got kicked off her own property and was a victim of sex trafficking in 2023.
She's such a liar, bro. She's lying. She's just victim.
That creates CPTSD. To be around someone like this that does not care about your well-being. Coming back into this environment is the worst thing that you can do for yourself. People, places, and things.
Yeah, I'd kick her out too. Damn right I would.
I feel like
I would. boo
bent
her
over
ass too,
backwards
bro.
trying to implement little changes to ease the blunt of the hit. You know, I've been changing myself to accommodate a man who has millions of dollars, multiple properties, no responsibilities at this point. I've been changing my schedule. I'm not making money. I'm not focusing on my channel. Look at me. I don't even know when I showered last. I don't even know when I ate.
I don't know when I showered last. I don't even know when I ate my last meal. What a fucking losing lying bitch, bro. What a fucking liar. Gross, dude. Disgusting. If I was Randy, I wouldn't put up with her. I wouldn't. She is just a victim, bro. We're going to find out who Randy is. We're going to find out. Yeah, we're going to find out who Randy is in Madison, North Carolina.
I barely slept last night.
We're going to find
this
out.
has been going on for weeks, and I've really
we're going to drop
him
a little
it,
dime.
and I've just held it in. And I'm going to be honest with you. I bought that fucking 12-pack of beer, and I didn't even think twice about it. It's not that it was a problem, but it is a problem. It is a problem. That's a sign. That's a symptom. That's a red flag. I quit drinking months ago. Last year, actually.
So did I,
don't
but I
have a
still
problem.
enjoy beers every now and then. I just never was an alcoholic, so I can go in, have some drinks, and then not drink again for days or months or years. It's called having a little bit of control over yourself.
Problem with alcohol. I don't even reach for alcohol because I'm always reaching for my weights. But being in this environment, I didn't drink a 12-pack in 3 days.
This bitch wasn't picking up one weight when she had her truck, y'all. She didn't pick up one fucking kettlebell when she had her truck. Not one, dude, did she do all this working out stuff. That's only been since she's lost that truck, dude. She's a fucking
damn, I need to go to
bro.
the liquor store. That beer didn't even...
Look, she's got to up her neck by.
I need something stronger.
Yeah, we know.
That's this environment. That's people, places, and things. And that's how drugs, hard drugs, alcohol creeps back up in your life.
Native.
Me simply being in this environment that has caused so much damage.
It is a money grab. It's a grift.
I grew
definitely
up.
A grift.
This is the home that raised me. I was a child when I came here.
Oh,
and
my
I really
God.
view this person as my family, but that is not my fucking family. The reason my life looks like this is because I would never conform or comply.
That's why it's like
a sexual predator. I do believe that this person has been in love with me and loves me, and it's unhealthy. I viewed this person as family, even though they were sexually abusing me. I grew up with every father figure I ever had sexually abusing me, and this is how victims are coerced and groomed. My sexual molestation as a child got me groomed for him as an adult.
You said he did it to you.
That's how these things work.
He did it to you, but now you're saying that he never did. He just wanted to. See what I mean? Like you can, all you got to do is just decipher the things that she says. Look in the middle of the sentence. Don't look at the beginning or the end. Look dead in the middle. And she's telling you everything. Oh, she's going to hate me when I get through with her, bro. I'm going to break her down.
He's stolen every bit of happiness that I have ever had. He suffocates.
Good at this, Brooke. You met your match, bitch.
The happiness, the joy for my future. Like I can't even envision a future when I'm around this person because all I can see is all of the trauma he has put me through. I see red. I have a visceral reaction to being here. And clearly with me falling back into drinking and working out, eating, I'm not even eating. Y'all know how I am about my food.
This bitch was just talking about eating spinach all fucking day. We watched her eat everything, dude. We watched her eat, bro.
I cannot be here and I don't know what to do. And it sucks. It really sucks. I really thought that I could push through it, that I wouldn't have to see him, that I could isolate. And it's not the case. Not the case. The more I try to go live my own life and work, absolutely not. You know, and I cannot allow anyone to steal not only my future, but other people I love.
Leave. Why did you put your bed in there now? Today she put her bed and all her stuff in there. Like,
that not
"Here
only
I'm
the sheriff's
staying."
department sat here for 20, 30 years knowing what was happening here,
He's
and
such a
essentially,
fucking grifter,
in my
bro.
opinion, facilitated it.
And she's got the little people in her chat wrapped around her little fucking finger with it too. You have to be an idiot. An idiot, bro.
But the whole community was aware. The whole community was aware.
Nobody
no one
even
even batted.
fucking knows you. You talk about how fucking small the town is and shit, but nobody knows you. 2,000 people, everybody should know who you are. But yet there's still lots of people that don't know who the fuck you are there.
And they still don't. They still don't. The way the community feels about it is that those hookers wanted to do drugs and wanted to be prostitutes. Don't get me started. You know how I feel.
Don't get me started, she said. Don't get me started. Nah, bitch. You stay started.
You know what the stats are. You know what the truth is. No person that's ever ended up in sex work planning to end up in sex work. It's like drug addicts don't plan to end up being drug
Yeah, what if they go and they hurt Randy? What if somebody falls in love with her with this parasocial fucking YouTube relationships? What if somebody does that? Says, "Oh, I'm gonna go get that son of a bitch. He's a sex trafficker. He harmed kids." There are people out here that hunt these men down, bro. There is. There are predator hunters, bro. They think they get something from it or something. There's a stripe on their belt for getting a predator, which there might be in Valhalla, but not here on Earth.
addicts. The stats show that most women who end up in sex work were actually victims of sex crimes as children. There's a pattern here.
You're the pattern.
It so happens I'm into those.
You keep going back. You keep going back. You.
Between the foster care system and my abusive upbringing, there was only one place for me to end up.
Well, I thought that your mother and father raised you right. That's what you said. She just said that today. Yeah, I'm a lot like my mom. Yeah, I start to understand the way she teaches. I start to understand that today. Isn't that what she said today, y'all? Yeah, she's busting out Randy for her own sympathy. She thinks that man ain't going to find out what she's doing. We'll find Randy. Don't worry about it.
Sex work and homeless, statistically speaking. Fact check me.
We'll find Randy. I wonder if he's got a Facebook.
And then if you add in the added bonus of this technically being a domestic violence situation, that's why I'm homeless. 65% of women are homeless because of domestic violence. Sucks, y'all. I mean, what other path would I go down? Where else was I going to end up? Started off in the foster care system. I actually started off getting abused by my parents and then passed off the foster care system, then passed around the foster care system, then raised by the
I bet I found him. I bet I found him. I bet I've already found him.
Department of Corrections as a juvenile for 2 years. Then I was a runaway for like a year. Then I ended up.
It's not his last name. That's her last name.
That's the series of events. And I've been here since I was for 20 some years. A juvenile. You know, that's another thing. He tries to talk about specifics. And as a victim, narcissists will do this to gaslight you and try to brainwash you into something else. I don't give a fuck. You know, most of those women that I watch get trafficked out this driveway, let me just be clear. Debt bondage is trafficking, okay? I don't care if they're willing to do it. Most of the women that I watched, they grew up not only poor, but getting victimized by their own family, which conditions and grooms the child into accepting and thinking that it is normal. None of them wanted to be prostitutes. They were doing it as a means. Matter of fact, I remember one woman who actually had a son that she supported, and, you know, she was a good mom.
There's quite a few.
This is not anybody that says that prostitution should be legal. It's the oldest profession in the world. You're crazy. This is one of the most detrimental, harmful, generational.
There's quite a few on there.
Like, it impacts multiple generations.
Everybody go to Facebook, type in Randy, put in North Carolina, Madison as your filters.
House after I gave them money, we had an agreement.
Somebody find him.
And you want to kick me
Send
out
him a message
because you're mad that
Say
I got
hello.
and I'm off on my own little journey now. Like, that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm not your girlfriend. I never was. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be working towards a better tomorrow for myself. It's crazy. It really is made me really sick for the past 4 or 5 days, particularly. Past 4 or 5 days, it's been really bad. I mean, I'm so on edge because of the lack of respect. I can't have stability and normalcy. People see the building and they think that that's stability and normalcy. What you're not seeing behind the scenes is the 10 or 15 hours of psychological torture and the hoops I have to jump through and the gaslighting I have to go through and the energy vampire sucking the energy out of me. From the outside, it looks like somebody's trying to help me by giving me a building. I can assure you that is not the fucking case. And let me just remind you that I already have CPTSD from this person. That is on paper.
CPTSD? CPTSD. Complex.
He said,
complex.
Your current bout of PTSD came from betrayal trauma. I said, oh, really? Like my life savings being stole, my land, my tiny house? You don't fucking say.
Your
my
land
fucking
and your
family
tiny
fucking
house.
me over, taking my money, promising to sell me something and not holding up their end of the bargain. Wow. And then at the same very fucking time, they file an eviction on me and kick me out in the streets to become homeless.
I don't think that's the whole story.
And then I'm like, oh, well, this ain't the first time. And she's like, what? And I'm like, no. And I start dropping dates. And she's like, Brooke, she's like, this is not PTSD. This is CPTSD. I'm like, well, is it bad? Can you fix it? Is there a pill for that? Matter of fact, no, I don't want your damn pills. That's the problem with the world. I don't want your pills. But no, I'm so grateful to my therapist Stephanie, and the clinical, like, yo, shit's wild.
You telling
like,
me,
no
boy.
You don't say. You know, and then I look back at little things like when I gave birth to my children. Who was there for me? You expect your family to be there for you, right?
Bro.
If I need to go buy drugs, you're there for me. But I'm giving birth alone in a hospital to my daughter. Nobody there. You know, I guess you grow up and you start looking back at shit like that and you realize the inconsistencies, how people haven't been there for you, but you've been there for them. There's a lot of opportunities. My family should have been there for me. You know, part of codependency and trauma bonding is going through traumatic events over long periods of time. That actually makes it much harder for the victim to leave this type of situation, whether it's sex trafficking, whether it's domestic violence, whatever, whether, you know, it's a family member trying to get away from another family member that does drugs. The longer these people are tied together, you're tied to the person that's subjecting you to the abuse, the harder it's going to be to get yourself out of there. Because what happens over years of time, periods of time, is that because you guys are around each other so much, y'all are going to each be going through your own traumatic events potentially. And if that happens, then you're going to be trauma bonded together, which makes the codependency even worse. Okay.
Oh,
when my daughter fell and broke her arm and I was charged with child abuse, I was sober, functioning, and stable with my own home, own vehicle. I had my shit.
Because you abused her. It was the fracture.
When that happened. And
the fracture was from where she was twisted. So her arm had to have been grabbed and twisted to break. Yeah. She didn't even take her kid to the doctor, bro. Didn't even take the child to the doctor. Now, if my child comes to me and says, my arm's hurt, y'all. My arm hurt, Dad. My arm hurts. And she's crying, and he's crying, or she's crying. I'm going to touch it. And if she's, no. We're going to the doctor. Let's go. We got to get you fixed.
Her from me. my abuser was there for the whole situation. And matter of fact, he would go with me to my meetings to CPS and defend me because he knew that I hadn't harmed my daughter, and he had actually saw me with my daughter. There was, I really don't want to go into it, but that's one of the things.
Yeah, you don't.
That I guess.
Yeah,
after
don't go
they
into
stole
it.
her, pushed me back into this situation because when I had my daughter,
only way you get charged with that, bro. And she was found guilty. And she was found guilty.
Left the situation, got my own place, got my shit together a little more. I wasn't perfect. I was still struggling. I was still a single mother. I was also still young. So I got away. But then that event with the government pushed me right back into this situation.
What?
I ended up getting back on drugs. And then after a few years, I got clean. That was 5 years
and
ago.
you didn't care to go back and get your kids.
Ago. And from the moment I got clean, I knew I had to get out of here. I knew that this was why I was using drugs.
That's what I want to know. What are you doing to betterment of your children? What are you doing for that?
And this is where the drugs started. I've done more drugs in this fucking place than anywhere else on earth. I've probably done more drugs in this fucking place than I ever done combined anywhere else. It's crazy. That wall over here used to be splattered with heroin. And the whole wall was just covered.
With heroin?
When I left out of here, I had to wash the walls.
How in the fuck could the fucking wall be splattered with heroin? What's up, Ash?
Get all the heroin residue off of it. How sad.
Were you smoking it?
You know, I could have stayed like that till he died. That would have made him so happy. I could have just been the trailer token, the trailer park token queen, and been content just being.
Why? Because you were fucking him then?
Just a little sex slave.
Told you. Told you. I knew it. It came out, y'all. She was a fucking sex slave.
And it really sucks.
And you don't want to do it no more. It's fine. You don't want to do it no more. Go, leave, bye. She ain't keeping you there.
The codependency.
It's pretty obvious he's not keeping you there.
Trauma bonding, all of that makes a victim not only stay, but go back into these situations. He was happy for me to lose my truck because he was hoping that that would lead to me moving back in. And as I've stated before, I don't want to be living in here. I don't want to be here. That's why I was like, I'll go out there. But it's gotten to the point to where when you're dealing with a narcissist, you are wasting your fucking breath. You're wasting breath.
Well, all this, and she didn't bring none of that up today.
You're wasting breath. You can't compromise with them. You can't, you can't. You're wasting your breath. Just don't even try.
Wow, Brooke. Wow.
And you need to focus on you, and you need to stay away from that person indefinitely, because putting yourself back in this situation, as you can see, it is not good for you, okay? I ain't even been here that long, and my fucking psyche is already so re-injured. I'm just like, when will I be able to get back on track? Part of controlling your emotions is having a baseline and how long it takes you to get back to a baseline.
I've never thought that way in my life. Nope. Never once does this bullshit cross my mind ever. You're not mentally fucking put together, honey. You're not.
But with me constantly being subjected to more trauma after more trauma, you've seen it on this channel if you've been here from the start.
No, we haven't. No, we haven't.
I can't find my baseline when every day I am like literally trying to survive.